What is something you know, but you're not supposed to know? How my parents met. Mom was a stripper and dad just happened to go there. My great grandparents were also brother and sister. I don't want to believe it, but I totally do. My dad killed himself almost 20 years ago. At the time my mum told me it was because he was having gay affairs with people and he couldn't live in that sinful lifestyle anymore. Turns out she cheated on him, and that was what sent him over the edge. I only know this because I was finally able to read a copy of his note last year. That my not married to my dad mother enjoys threesomes. She's not the most tech savvy person in the world and accidentally posted a threesome request publicly on Facebook. That my ex is adopted. When we were long distance I used to call her phone directly using Skype for free from another country. One time her mom video called her laptop in the middle of our conversation to check up on her and stuff. My ex went to the bathroom and I heard the mom's mom ask her when she was gonna tell her she was adopted. I was accidentally given access to all salaries for a large hospital. Finding out some doctors made $80k and others $800k was pretty eye-opening. My dad had cancer. The family thought I didn't need to know that since I was in college. My mom had a child out of wedlock and gave him up for adoption. This was the early 70s. That my mom tried to have CPS take my daughter from me when she was born by claiming I used drugs while I was pregnant. I was 9 years clean. She tried again when I was diagnosed with cancer. You would be amazed to see what doctors actually put in your medical records. I'm about to graduate college. My parents were teasing me about setting me up on a date with a guy with black hair whose name starts with an M. I was irritated and kept asking for more details, but wasn't given any. Yesterday, I was social media stalking one of my cousins and saw she posted a video of a cute black puppy named Maximum of the breed my dog growing up was that passed away while I was at college. I had been planning on getting one later this year. After thinking a while about why my cousin would get a dog exactly like the one I really wanted, I remembered what my parents said about setting me up with a guy with black hair and a name starting with M. I went back to the video and sure enough, it was recorded in my parents' living room. Guys, I'm pretty sure I'm getting a puppy next weekend. I actually feel really guilty for finding out. Spent a day getting drunk with my father, who I'm not that close with and hasn't really been involved in my life much, even though he lives one street away from me. Found out that the true reason that my parents split when I was 2 years old was due to my mother sleeping with my father's brother while my father was in prison. Also learned that my father used to beat my mother. They both used to do drugs and shady shit. And also learned that my father had the chance to have joint custody of me, but he didn't bother going to the several court dates that were made to settle the matter. The last one hurt the most to learn. Semicolon. You can learn a lot of secrets when you get people drunk, but some things should just be left buried. A family member is HIV positive. Doesn't want rest of family to know. When he broke down and told my mom, I overheard. She has passed and he has no idea I know. That my dad wrote several suicide notes. That my uncle's son is not his son. His then wife was banging her cousin and boom, baby. To this day, my cousin doesn't know and treats his dad, who raised him, as if he were his own. And had never said a word about it to anyone but me, like crap because of the lies his mother spread about him. I kind of want to tell him to do a DNA test so that he'll know and maybe, just maybe realize his mother isn't the saint she made herself out to be. Edited to add, he knows his son isn't his because he is completely infertile. The restaurant I worked at had some pretty solid sweet potato fries. They come frozen in a bag. Everyone thinks we make it in-house. My supervisor is really close to getting fired. Upper management isn't supposed to talk about it, but they do. Probably because we'd all quit if we thought she was staying. She sucks. That my mother slept with several of the men in the neighborhood during the time my dad was very ill and literally dying. Just tonight, my friend who I haven't seen in a long time invited me to get drinks after work, then cancelled because she was too tired. I found the photos a few minutes ago of her and some mutual friends out for drinks. So apparently I wasn't invited and she found a better option. She didn't realize I'd see the pictures. Two things. 1. My dad watches porn while myself or other family members, but not mum, are literally a few feet away. He thinks he's good at hiding it, but has sometimes literally pointed the screen partially my way, so I can see it, without realizing. The couches we sit on are next to each other, but at different angles. Think an L shape, and hurriedly closes his tablet when someone enters the room. Not exactly subtle, Dad. Also know what kind he's into cause he never used to delete his history on the old family computer and I once had to help him download an app on his tablet. Typed in one letter into the search bar and up came rural, that I hastily pretended I didn't see. Creeps me the hell out. 2. How dangerously close my parents were / are to divorcing. Overheard them talking in the living room one night, my bedroom's downstairs, about how my mum apparently set up a different bank account without my dad's knowledge, how my dad won't be intimate with her anymore cause now he knows she doesn't want / like it. I was devastated back then. Now, I kinda wish it will happen just cause of how damaged their marriage actually is.